Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am coming at you with another monthly favorites video, and let me just tell y'all, I have a lot to talk about. So grab a snack and let's go ahead and jump into my favorites for the month of January 2021. I have a couple of randoms, so let's start out with that, then we'll get into skincare, then we'll get into makeup, and I have one perfume favorite this month as well. So I will do timestamps for y'all down in the description box if you are on a time crunch yourself and only care about one or two categories. So let's go ahead and jump in. The first thing I'm going to talk about is a pillow, and I've talked about pillows a few times in my favorites videos in the past, and they have all been from the same pillow company. So Sleep and Glow pillow has been a favorite pillow of mine for a while. I've talked about their original one. I've talked about their revamped one of the original. And then they sent me this one. And this is called the, I believe it's pronounced Allah pillow. This is what I have been needing my entire life because I am a very, very, very big side and stomach sleeper. Like I can start out on my back and I will wake up with my face mushed into the pillow, the bed, and I have no idea how long it has been like that throughout the night. So the difference of this pillow and the other Sleep and Glow pillows, hopefully you will be able to see. This has two kind of big humps on either side. This is where you rest your head, has another one on this side, and then it goes kind of down right here for your neck. Now what this does is it basically forces you to sleep on your back the entire night. That is what I need. I need something that is going to train me to sleep on my back. So you rest your head in this. Now imagine that I'm sleeping on my back, but you rest your head right here. Now there's a couple of reasons that I love this pillow. One, because it does have this area right here that's like ergonomically correct for your neck so that you're not going to wake up with that hurting, because I also have neck issues when I sleep. Two, it's that you can determine the height of your pillow, because when you unzip the pillowcase, it comes with an adjustable insert. So see right here, this is the pillow and then this is the insert. So you can determine whether you want the insert or whether you don't, depending on how high you want the pillow to be once it's placed on your bed. And my favorite part of the pillow, other than it's helping train me sleep on my back, is the fact that I have some room to tilt my head one way or the other. It's not like I am suction cupped into this area of the pillow and I absolutely cannot move at all, because even when I do try to sleep on my back with a regular pillow, I normally always like tilt my head one way or the other. This allows you to do that. It just doesn't allow you to fully tilt your head. So it's going to help with neck issues, but I don't feel like I'm crammed in there, so to speak. So I am not going to lie and tell you that I slept soundly with this the first night. It took me a good week to get used to this, where I would like start out with it. I would wake up in the middle of the night. I would end up going to my other pillow. But now that I'm used to it, it has been a heaven sent. So I love it so much. I will link it down below. There is a discount code. This is not sponsored, by the way. They just sent me the pillow. There's a discount code that'll get you $10 off. If you have loved Sleep and Glow pillows in the past and you love this concept, definitely give it a try. Or if you just really want something that's going to train you to sleep on your back, I would give this a try. The second kind of random thing that I was also sent this month, such a favorite of mine. So I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to cut away to me actually showing you some close-ups of it. But someone from, and let me pull it up because I don't want to say it wrong, posterburner.com reached out to me and asked if I would like to have a canvas sent to me. So what they do is they create custom posters, decals, canvases, and lots more. And they were like, we just wanted to see if maybe you wanted a canvas. And I'm like, well, you know what? You reached out to the right person, because my husband is a photographer. And at that point, he had just taken a picture that I had posted on my stories, and so many of y'all loved it, that I absolutely adored. So Chad, like I said, is a photographer, and some days he'll randomly go out in his car and he'll drive around the country where we live and he will try to snap some pics. And he snapped this picture of cows that I absolutely adore. Now you have to understand, I love cows. I love their eyes. They're my favorite animal's eyes. I mean, ever. I want a cow so bad I can't stand it. I really want multiple cows, but that's a whole nother story. When he showed me this picture of these cows with black cows surrounding this one orangish, russet looking calf. I was like, probably my favorite picture you've ever taken. So when they reached out to me from posterburner.com and asked me, I knew immediately I wanted this picture. So I will cut away and show you some close-ups. So I wanted to show you a kind of video of it, not just a picture, so that you can see the quality of it. And I also loved when I unpacked it. Let me just say, they packed it really, really nicely, which is important to me to know that nothing's going to be messed up in the mailing. But it wraps around the sides, which I know I was looking to get some canvases printed for some Christmas presents this past year, and I couldn't find any that I liked that would actually wrap around the sides. So I love that it does this, really good quality. We already have a spot for it. I'm looking forward to putting it up very soon, and I'll post a picture once we get it up on the wall on my Instagram, but I just wanted to kind of show you in true time how good a quality it actually is. So if you can't tell how much I love it, I love it. Let me just make that very clear. And Chad even mentioned after he saw how well it came packaged and shipped that he's glad to have another person on his list to use for when he wants to get canvases and stuff done for his business. Highly recommend them based off this one canvas, and I will be using them again. I will put their website and Instagram and everything underneath in the description box. Okay, let's get into skincare. I have two skincare favorites, and they are both from Fit Glow Beauty. Let me preface this by saying I have been peeling since A, it is the winter, and B, I have upped my tretinoin percentage to 0.07 from 0.05. I never had an issue peeling with 0.05, but once I upped it, I started flaking a lot more. And it was something that I just couldn't put it at bay. I was absolutely not going to stop using my tretinoin. There's too many good benefits to that for flaking to get me to stop, but I tried every rich moisturizer. I tried every oil. I mean, I tried it all and it just would not stop. So I ordered this set from Christine at Frisco Beauty, and it included this little miniature oil, the Cloud Collagen oil from Fit Glow Beauty. I used it that first night and I woke up with some of the smoothest skin I've ever had, no flaking of any kind. I continued to use it, and I'm telling you, I have not flaked since I used this, not once. It is a game changer when it comes to my dry skin. So I promptly ordered the full size. The Fit Glow Beauty Cloud Collagen Oil. I talked about this in my empties video about having an oil that just does wonders. It is 1 ounce. I'm not going to lie and tell you it's the cheapest oil out there. It is $119. I do have a discount code with Frisco that will get you some money off, so that, every little bit helps. But I just want to tell you the ingredients in this oil. Squalane is the very first ingredient. Green tea extract, sunflower seed oil, safflower seed oil, black currant seed oil, cloudberry seed oil, chia seed oil, lupin seed extract, raspberry seed oil, elderberry fruit extract, carrot seed oil, meadow foam seed oil, vitamin E, and apple fruit extract. That's it. That is the ingredient deck right there. Okay. Very moisturizing oils. I have been watching a lot of skincare videos from people that I trust about deeply nourishing ingredients because of what I was looking for. And all of those oils and extracts were listed on all of these videos that I was watching. And I was like, I have got to try it. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. It comes in this container. So when you twist it up, that little part comes up and it's got a pipette. I use about 4 to 5 drops. And then when you twist it down, that part goes down and it automatically refills the pipette again. I have gotten Chad on this because I've gotten him on a retinol. He's not quite to a tretinoin cream, but I've gotten him using a retinol and he started flaking because he's never used one in his 45 years. And he has not flaked since he's used it. So I'm telling you, it's fabulous. And in that set that I had originally purchased came the Cloud Ceramide Foam Cleanser. Christine texted me and she was like, have you tried the cleanser yet? And I'm like, no, not yet. And she's like, girl, tell me when you do, because it is like no other cleanser I have ever tried. And I'm telling you, it isn't. It is like a legit cloud on your face. Now, when you think of foaming cleansers, you don't think of moisturizing. In fact, I kind of think of stripping. I just don't find that they're usually things that moisturize my face, but this is specifically for added hydration. Again, lots of really good extracts. It's got ceramides in it, which are really good for moisturizing the skin. And it has become one of my favorite morning cleanses. It's just super lightweight. Again, very moisturizing, doesn't strip. I mean, it is like you're pumping out a cloud on your skin. It's just something you can't really describe until you try it. But I have really been enjoying this too. So way to go, Fit Glow Beauty. I love those two products. All right, let's get into makeup. I will save the perfume to the very end. I'm going to talk about this foundation that I have on today. I had so many people ask me when I did my powder foundation video where I ranked 15 different powder foundations. Thank y'all so much for the awesome feedback I had on that video. It did take me a very long time to research and film, but I think it paid off and hopefully helped a lot of y'all. But so many of y'all asked if I planned on trying the new Fenty Beauty powder foundation. And I was like, you know what? I just don't think so. I just obviously have 15 plus powder foundations I just talked about. The last thing I need is another foundation. The last thing I need is another powder foundation. Plus it had matte in the name. I was like, I just don't think so. And then I got some gift cards for Christmas and I went in store and I bought it. And it is definitely a favorite of mine this month. Again, it's what I have on my skin today. I am in the color 260, which is described as medium skin with neutral undertones. If you can see, the FB for Fenty Beauty is not even on the product anymore because of how much I've used it. I've used this at least 50 to 60% of this month. I traveled with it. It's just fabulous. It's definitely not luminous, so I agree with the matte, but it's not a flat matte. It's not, I don't know, it really is very, for a powder foundation, very skin-like. It lasts forever. Like all the powder foundations I talked about in that video, it's great under masks. So, you know, another reason I have it on today is because I've got probably about 7 errands that I need to run. I'm going to have my mask on and off, and it just doesn't come off. It does come with a puff that I don't use. I like to use a brush. But if I if I put this in my purse, I would use the puff to touch up. I just don't feel like I need to. It's worked so well. So for those of you who asked me how, you know, if I was going to try it or if I thought about trying it or if I had tried it, what I thought of it, I'm here to tell you I love it. I would have to really sit down and look at all my powder foundations to see if it would knock any out. I don't think Chantecaille is going to come out of my top, but this would probably be in my top 5 for sure. Really, really, really enjoy it. Typical around 9 grams, which I found in researching for that video is pretty typical for a powder foundation, and I believe it's $36. So go Fenty, love this so much. I do have another foundation favorite, but I do believe that the next video I do is going to be a review on that. So I will save that for that video. Stay tuned. I do have a concealer favorite or a corrector favorite. And y'all probably knew this was going to be in here. This is the Jane Iredale Enlighten Plus Under Eye Concealer. So I posted about this. I used it in my latest Playing with New Makeup video. I posted swatches on Instagram as well as my community page on YouTube. So if you don't have Instagram and you're curious about the swatches of this, because there are 5 different shades, please go to my community page and check that out. And I had so many people ask me how this compared to the Color Science. So if you can see, it is the same applicator, the cooling tip applicator as the Color Science. It also has SPF 30 like the Color Science. I use the shade number 1, which as you'll see when I swatch is very peachy. I feel like is very similar to the Enlighten one in the pot that I love so much. That's shade number 1. Here's how it differs. For those who asked, I may not have gotten to answering yet. It's thicker, it's much thicker than the Color Science. It's a little bit drier because the viscosity is thicker, but because it's thicker, it has way more coverage. I use the very tiniest amount. I can honestly use it as a concealer and a corrector. I go in with a dot of concealer now under my eyes versus a lot more that I used to use with other correctors. I'm not saying I don't love all the other correctors that I've talked about in the past. They're still my favorites, but this is definitely a welcome addition. And if you need super high coverage, this is the way to go. So I will put in a picture that I was emailed from one of the reps that I'm close to. And he said that this was done by a makeup artist for Jane on someone that had recently gotten fillers under her eyes. And if anybody who's gotten fillers under their eyes knows you bruise, sometimes you bruise for a very long time. This is a before and after of that patient. Before with very, very intense bruising, and then after using the Enlighten Plus. So you're gonna see how much coverage it has. And even though it's thicker and it has more coverage and I don't use as much, I don't find that it creases or cakes under my eyes at all. Again, because you need the very tiniest amount. So keep that in mind if you decide to get this. I absolutely love it and it definitely deserves a spot in my favorites. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is a blush highlighter combo. I have a feeling it's gonna be in quite a few favorites. I've seen it talked about a lot on YouTube and Instagram. This is the Fleur de Prétemps. I know that's not how you say it, Printemps. But again, I've said it so many times before, y'all. I'm from the South, not from France. So please don't hurt me because I cannot have any kind of French accent. But this is the newest spring 2021 blush highlight duo from Chanel, and it is glorious. I had it on in my empties video where I got so many comments about my makeup. This is the blush and highlight duo that I had on. I don't have it on today because I have more of a pinky eye look and sweater, and this is definitely peach. So this is the blush right up here, and the highlight right here is just so beautiful. Honestly, when I first ordered it, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to be able to use that highlight. It's going to be something I just mix together for like a luminous blush, but the highlight actually works on me. It's not too dark at all. And I love the formula, love the staying powder, love the look. Every time I've worn it, either on camera or like in person, I get compliments on it. So really, really love that. And let's talk about the eyeshadow palette I have on today. I have fallen so hard in love with this palette. This is the Tartlet Juicy palette from Tarte. I did a look with this first on my Playing with New Makeup video, and then I did another look using the more neutral, warmer colors down in the bottom on an Instagram video that is saved in my highlights as Tarte, if you want to go check that out. I have this color right here. I have Petal on today all over my lid and in my crease, and then I put a little bit of Water Lily on kind of the inner third, and then I used Grounded down here as a soft liner. I have used all but 2 shadows in this palette. When I first talked about it, I talked about how it was really, to me, an overall pink palette, but the more I've used it, the more I realize it's really just a very versatile palette. You can get really pretty warm tone, neutral tone looks out of this. Also, you can get really pretty cool tone pink looks out of this. The formula is great. There is some kick up. I can work with that because I don't really have a lot of fallout. As long as you tap the brush out, you're going to be fine. It's so good. I haven't been able to stop using it since I got it. I love it. I am sad because I do think this is limited edition. I have never bought, well, no, I take that back. I bought a backup of the Beauty Counter Classic palette because they were discontinuing that. If I find out this is limited edition, I may have to buy a backup of it. I'm so excited about this product. I can't even talk. I have never done that before except for that Beauty Counter palette. That's how much I love this. So I can't stop using it. It's just so versatile. So if you've been wondering about this, now I did not get the trio holiday set that this is kind of based on. So I can't say for sure if you have that you need this. I'm thinking probably not. But if you missed out on that trio set and you want something all in one palette, I can't recommend this enough. Finally, for makeup, I'm going to talk about the lipstick I have on today. I used this in my new makeup video. I talked about that I was probably going to talk about it in my favorites. And this is new to me. It's not necessarily new to the market, but this is I believe it's the Hot Lips Charlotte Tilbury collection. And it's the one where she came out with like this different packaging and everyone has a little bit of a different look to it. This is called Dance Floor Princess, and it's what I have on my lips today. And it is, surprise, surprise, a pink nude. But it is a little bit darker than I tend to go with all the time for my nudes, which I know it's not going to come across like that on camera. But I have really highly pigmented lips. So when I put this on that pigment, it looks even darker than this, but it still works. I did top it with a gloss because my name's Mandy. But I love it. You can see it has a slight sheen to it. It doesn't really need a gloss if you're not a gloss person, but you don't want something super matte. I really like this formula and I love the color, so I wanted to talk about that. Now, let's talk about the perfume and then we're done. But this is, oh, so good, y'all. I can't believe that I waited this long to get this perfume. And I'll tell you, my kind of inspiration for it was, we went out, some girlfriends of mine and I went out to a place in Nashville called Patty Wax Candle Bar. So if you're in the Nashville area, definitely check it out. There's a couple of different locations, but it's fun because you can go in with a group of friends and create your own candles. So I made my own candle. I picked out, I believe mine was coconut amber, because both favorite scents of mine. But my friend Amber, who is actually her birthday, that we went out for, picked this scent tobacco vanilla. And I'm like, man, that smells good. Where have I smelled that before? Then I went to Austin with Courtney, which was another favorite this month. If you haven't seen my Instagram highlights of that or the live that I did with her. And I got in the car when somebody that works with her was taking us somewhere, and I got in the car and I'm like, what is that? This smells so good. And he pulled out this cologne, I guess you could say, and he was like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, oh, I've wanted that. And then I thought about the candle that Amber got. It was just a whole thing. So all that to say, this is the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla. I did get the travel spray because I wanted to make sure I loved it before I dropped the immense price tag of a full-size Tom Ford fragrance. But y'all, this is so good. Fragrance family, warm and spicy. Scent types, warm and sweet gourmands. Straight up my alley. Keynotes, tobacco leaf, ginger, and cocoa. I didn't want to put it on until this video. Oh, I love it so much. Chad really likes it. It stays on forever. I just... So if I have talked about liking fragrances in the past and you are in line with liking the same type of fragrances, you are not going to be disappointed with this. I do feel like it's more of a fall winter scent, but I also feel like I don't care and I'm going to wear it year round because I like it that much. So I had to talk about that. I don't know if I'm going to get Smoked Cherry or that one, the next Sephora sale in the full size, because I love them both so much. They're just too different for me to really decide which one I want to get, but it's so good. So that is my roundup of January 2021 favorites. I hope you enjoyed. I will have everything listed and linked down below in the description box. Let me know if you have any questions, and as always, let me know what your favorite or favorites were in the month of January. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you're staying happy, healthy, safe, and sane, and that most of all, you go out and have a very blessed day.